Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Sumukascha ekadantascha kapilo gajakarnakaha. Lambodharascha vikato vignarajo vinayakaha. Dhumaketurganadhyakshaha Palachandro gajananaha. Vakratundah Surpakarno Herambah Skandapurvajaha. Suklam Bharadharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyat Virada Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignam Vignanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamasraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Krishna Dvaipaya Namvyasam Sarva Bhuta Hiteratam Vedabcha Bhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Sahasramurte Purushottamasya Sahasra Netranana Padabaho Sahasranamnam Stavanam Prachastam Niruchyate Janma Jaradi Shantyai. Now with Bhagavan's case, let us continue from where we left off in our last session. To Eko Naikas Savakakim Yattat Padamanuttamam. We came up to that point. Ekaha Naikaha Saha Vaha Kam Kaha Kim Yat Tat Padamanuttamam. Lokabandhur Lokanatho Madhavo Bhaktavatsalaha Eko Naikas Savakakim Yattat Padamanuttamam. Lokabandhur Lokanatho Madhavo Bhaktavatsalaha. Lokabandhu. Bandhu, yeah, the bandham. Bandham means bondage, and we also call colloquially bandhukar in Tamil. We say that means we use that word to denote physical relationships. People who are born in our family, related to us through the family blood relationship. Okay, but the bandham actually means the bondage. And Loka Bandhuhu means every one of us, even today we are all gathered here, and through the day, we think about Bhagavan, we pray to him, we talk to him, and Bhagavan we are bound to him. This is the beauty. Even without any effort on my part or any desire on my part, the bondage has already been created. It's so beautiful. It's like as the fetus is born, as the fetus is generated, and then moves to not even the fetus, after the time of conception, even if you look at it physically, and then when it moves into the womb, then there's an umbilical cord that is generated, isn't it? And the fetus takes no effort or no desire, no initiative on its part for the umbilical cord. That is something that is divinely generated, binds it with its mother for its nutrition, for its protection, for its growth, and everything else. Same way, we are all bound by the umbilical cord to Bhagavan. And this is the significance, of Padmanabham, because Padmanabhan, we call him, right? And the lotus flower coming out, a lotus stalk coming out of Sriman Narayana's navel. The bondage is there without any effort on our part. And this is the most amazing thing, because without that, how can we live? Now, not only the bondage, not only the connection, but even the support for that connection is also Bhagavan. That is the beauty of the Loka Bandhuhu. Not only the connection, but also who is the adharam for that support, for that connection, Loka Bandhuhu. And this bondage manifests itself in our life in infinite ways. Every moment, depending upon my mental frame, my frame of my mind, whether I'm agitated, whether I'm calm, or whether I'm angry, based upon that, this bondage manifests itself in so many ways. Okay? And it is always there. If I just look to it, then I can see it. For example, one example I'll give you. Now, even the guidelines we have to live with, Satyam, Vada, Dharmam, Chara, Satyana, Dharmana, Pramaditavyam, Satyana, Pramaditavyam. Like that for example, the Vedangal, right? Where did the Vedam come from? What do the Vedas do in our life, right? We think it is just Sabdam and we move on. But without our initiative, without our acknowledgement of that, the Vedangal are there supporting us in our livelihood and in our life also on this earth. Like that, everything is a connection with Bhagavan and also the support of that connection. That is Loka Bandhuhu, Lokanataha. Now, Nathan means immediately master, we call it, right? Somebody who is taking care of us. So we go and submit our request to him. So please do this for me. Please provide this for me. Like that, something we do to Bhagavan. And Natha also means not only the person who is protecting us, not only who is the one who takes care of our welfare and well-being. This is very important to understand. Take care of our well-being and welfare. Even, for example, if you take a graham, a household, and traditionally we have the father going out and bringing livelihood, bringing a paycheck so that things can be bought and the family can be supported to live, right? And Griha Lakshmi, the mother, the wife, nourishes the home. And that is very important because it is not only physical nourishment, but there are mental, spiritual, emotional nourishment. So many things are there. It doesn't matter that it is still existing in several parts of Bharat, of India, even though most of us may not do it here, but it's existing. Now, regardless, let's look at the physical nourishment part of it. We go out, work our work, and then bring a paycheck, and with that we buy our food and buy our house and whatever else that we want, and we continue to live. So, at one level, you can say the father is giving the protection to the household, or in this case, in today's world, the mother, the wife may also go and do it. But what happens if the father loses the job or the mother loses the job? What happens to the protection angle aspect of the household? Think for a second. So when you analyze like this, we will find and we will realize also that these are surfacial. The fundamental protector is the one who is acting through the father or the mother and bringing the paycheck in. Always remember that. Even on a physical level, I'm saying. Same thing on a spiritual level. On if you go to a guru of your choice, you learn things, right? Yes, guru is definitely protecting, but it's not the guru, that physical body that is giving you the protection. It is the Bhagavan, the Lokanatha, who is acting through that Shakti, acting through that person whom we call as guru or whatever, right? So that Lokanatha is also not only the one we take our request to, we submit our desires to for fulfillment, but also who is protecting us. And not only that, Lokanatha also is the one who gives us the blessings. Please remember, it is not just if I don't go and ask for things from Bhagavan, it is not like they don't happen. Whether I ask or not, he takes care of my needs. That is protection. And he also continuously blesses me to come on the right path and get back home. That Bhagavan's blessing is manifested, is cognized and is felt and experienced in every one of our lives through his grace. Without Bhagavan's grace, nothing can happen. The sun cannot shine. Just think for a second, right? And even the leaf on a tree cannot move. Amazing it is that Bhagavan's grace is the one that is present in literally infinite amount of blessings in our life, right through our life, right through day, right through night, and whatever we do and whatever we don't do, whatever we think, everything is Bhagavan's blessing only. And we call that as grace, right? So Lokanatha is the entity. We say in Sanskritam, Yasam, to go and request, to go and submit our request to prayers to pray to, that is Lokanatha. The one who protects us, that is Lokanatha. The one who continuously showers his grace on us, his blessings on us, that is Lokanatha. And obviously the Natha, the way we understand it colloquially, the Iswaran, the Master, the ruler. So Lokanatha, Sankara Bhagavad experiences that in beautifully as the one whom we take our prayers to whom we pray to, one who is protecting us, one who is blessing us all the time, and one who's also our Master. So the Master aspect is very important. I can do whatever I want. I pray to Swami, and Swami fulfill this, fulfill that. He will patiently, he will do that. And whether I ask for it or not, he is protecting me in so many ways. And he is blessing me and showering his grace on me all the time. See, we sing to Bhagavan, Swami Raksha Karo, Daya Karo, Kripa Karo, and all that, right? All these bhajans we sing. And Swami is amused. He says, what is this that you are singing? He's asking. What is Raksha Karo and Daya Karo and Kripa Karo? Without my Raksha and Daya and Kripa, how can you even live? Think for a second. So it is already there. Raksha and Bhagavan's Raksha and Daya and Kripa is already present. Understand, acknowledge it, and relate to it. See, so that is the blessing, the gracing aspect of Bhagavan. But at the same time, he's also the most compassionate mother, which means when I do things wrong, he's also the Iswaran, the Master, who corrects my conduct, corrects my mental conduct. This is not the way to think. Continuously the lesson comes in. Refine your thinking, refine your speaking, refine your acting. All these things continuously comes. And who's doing that? The conscience from within, isn't it? That conscience is Bhagavan. He is the Iswaran, the Master, beyond which there is nothing else. So Lokanatha, Madhavaha. Madhava, we said immediately one beautiful Madha means Mahalakshmi. So the one who's Lakshmi's Pati, okay? And the Lakshmi's Nathan. You can take that way. Now, Madhava also means, and see, the Yadava clan had several sects to it. And one of them is Madhu Kulam. Even in the Yadava Kulam itself, there is a Madhu Kulam. And Bhagavan, who took the avataram, and we call that avataram as Krishna, beautiful name it is, in Madhu Kulam. Therefore, he is called Madhava. And Lakshmi's Pati, we also saw that. Okay. And beautifully, in Parasara Bhattar explains it, as says in Mahabharatam, Maunam, Tyagam, and Yogam. Maunam, Tyagam, Yogam. Because of these three, which I have Maunam, Dhyanam, and Yogam. I am known as Madhava. So please remember, Maunam means not only physical silence, but mental silence, where the thoughts are all absent. There's no agitation. There is silence in the mind. Dhyanam, in the silence of the mind, then only in the depths of that silence can the voice of God be heard. That is Dhyanam. Yogam, becoming one with that voice, one with that entity. These three, because I have these three, possess these three, I am known as Madhava. Is what in Mahabharatam, Vyasa says in Udyoga Parvam, is what Parasara Bhattar is pointing out. What a beautiful name this Madhava is. So we thought it was only related to Lakshmi's Pati. No, it is more than that. It's Maunam, Yaham, Yogam. It is the one whom we submit prayers to, the one who is protecting us, one who is blessing us all the time with his grace, and one who is also our master, the Iswaran. Iswaran, protection. The Iswaran means the repository, the residence, the origin of all the Aishwaryangal. Okay, that's another way you can look at it. So this is Madhava. Bhakta Vatsalaha. Bhakta, as the name implies, Vatsalam. Vatsalam is Vatsalyam. Vatsalyam is the name that we give for the love that pours out from the mother to the child. That is, we call it as Vatsalyam. Right? Now, the selfless love that is present, prema that is present, and inside, where is it present? We are actually immersed in it. It's like going and diving into a lake, let us say, and you dive deep into it. You're surrounded all around by water. But be careful not to drink the water in, not to take the water in, right? That could create danger. But another example is, even the way we live, we are immersed in the ocean of air. The air is outside, the air is also inside. I'm surrounded by air. I'm actually immersed in it. That is physically. Physically, I know intellectually that, yes, I am immersed in the ocean of air. There is air above me, air behind me, on my sides, and below me, and it's also present within me. Physically, I can relate to it. But in reality, it is the ocean of prema that I'm immersed in. And we call it as Samsara Sagaram. Samsara Sagaram. Immediately we say, oh my God, so much difficulties, battles and miseries, and so many things come to my mind, and all the scriptures, teachings tell us we must end this Samsara Sagaram. Not necessarily. If I just change my attitude and aspect and vision and say Samsara Sagaram is nothing but Prema Sagaram, okay, then life takes on a different meaning and becomes much easier, isn't it? And becomes actually very solabham, as they say, and becomes very light. Moment I look at it as Prema Sagaram, because that is what the truth is. Now, if this is what this selfless love, this Prema Sagaram, I am immersed in, I am part of, and I'm thinking I'm different from it, that is okay. That's another issue. But this is at this level, I can accept it. Now, the same way, if I go and dive into water in a lake or a swimming pool or whatever, and if I take that water in, that water tastes salty in the ocean, doesn't it? Or if you the swimming pool, it may taste chlorine smell and taste and all that, whatever. But in life, in the Prema Sagaram that we are all embedded in and immersed in, And the thing that we taste is actually nothing but prema itself, which is actually extremely sweet. Now, if I think I am drinking this and to sustain my needs, right, my food for me, clothes for me, only taking care of my needs, then that prema gets tinged with selfishness. Still, the prema is very much present. Tinged with selfishness, it's present. Still, it is sweet. It may not be with the divine sweetness, which is out of this world, which is so selfless, but tinged with selfishness, it is still very sweet. But the sweetness is limited, right? Because we experience a limitation because we put limits on it. It is not limited. Now, that selfishness tinged love manifests itself in different ways in our life. From mother to child, we call it as Vatsalyam. Okay? Then from husband to wife, we have another name for it, right? Among friends, we have another name for it, right? Like the relationship we have based upon our selfish attitude, okay? Correspondingly, the prema, the selfless prema that is very much present, we give it different names. Vatsalyam is that the prema, Bhagavan, that selfless love that is limited by the selfishness of the mother to the child and the selfishness of the child to the mother. Why do I call it selfishness? Okay, you might question. Because the mother's love is supreme. How can it be selfish? It is. Think for a second. It is limited to the body attachment, isn't it? Whereas prema is beyond the body. The shape and form of the body doesn't matter in that prema sadhara. But the mother loves her child because it is her child. Can she love the neighbor's child exactly the same way? Right? The difference comes in, doesn't it? Right? And the same way, the child also relates to the mother based upon the body limitation and body identification. But that prema is nevertheless, it is manifesting. So this is the classic signal and visiting card to us in our life that Bhagavan is present. The prema is there everywhere. So I must expand my heart because the more I expand my heart and my mental outlook, the larger area, the larger experience, the greater experience that of that prema that I can enjoy in my life. So Bhakta Vatsalaha. Now this I spoke about our life and Vatsalyam. But Bhagavan's Vatsalyam is very different. There is not even an iota of selfishness in it. This is the beauty. So regardless of who approaches him, whether a child or whether an elderly lady like Sabari or a rich person or a poor person, healthy person or a sick person or a man, woman, an animal, it really does not matter. The form does not matter. That's why he responded, they came there immediately when the Gajendra called for him. It's not a joke. Bhagavan is listening and waiting for the bhakta from any and every corner. Now shape doesn't matter, form doesn't matter. That prema, that is so selfless. And what does it do? It only gives and gives and gives. And it forgives and forgives and forgives. That's all. It doesn't take. This is the one lesson that if we want to learn from all the avatarams that we read about and we hear about, all the Bhagavata Puranas, and we go there and keep the Bhagavata book in the puja room and worship it and throw flowers on it and keep it on our head and sing and all this. All these things absolutely have no meaning if there is no transformation in me. If there is no transformation in me, what is the use? of all the worship and the sacrifices and the dhanangal that I do and all that. Nothing. The transformation has to take place. And the transformation has to be one of giving up selfishness. Now this Bhakta Vatsala is the one who gives and gives and gives and forgives and forgives and forgives. Can I take that one lesson from him, from all the avatarams, and employ it in my life? Can I continue to give and give and give instead of being a taker in life? Think for a second, right? And forgive. Now, we have so many issues and complaints about so many people in our life, so many things happening in our life. Why? Why? Just for a think. They are all Purva Karmana Rupam. I can change my outlook. If somebody behaves with me in a certain way that is that I think is unfair, that is the way Bhagavan is showing up. Purva Karmana Rupam. Whatever the results of whatever I did in the past, I can take it that way. There is the question of forgiving. I don't have any authority or qualification to so-called forgive somebody. This is something we need to understand very clearly. The forgiving does not mean I excuse your mistakes. No, it is not like that. It is an accepting of whatever happens, even the so-called misbehavior or cruel behavior from somebody else, okay, towards me, as with an ounce of love, with a dosage of love, with a thought of Bhagavan saying, Swami, you are appearing in front of me in this form of cruel, what appears to be a cruel behavior. The moment I think of it that way, the cruelty vanishes, right? And the other person also vanishes. That is forgiving. Giving means sharing everything that Bhagavan has blessed me with, my physical ability, my mental ability, my scholarship, whatever, my wealth. This is where we have difficulty, right? We have great difficulty in sharing our monetary wealth with others. And that is the fundamental mistake we make in our life. And everything must be shared for the benefit of others who need it. And sharing does not mean you throw it or throw it out, throw it around, and no, it is not that. It is only to fulfill the needs of others, to make others happy and comfortable and sukham. This is parasparam. This is the only reason we are living. And that giving and giving and giving and forgiving and forgiving and forgiving, that is Bhagavan's Vatsalyam. That's the difference between the Vatsalyam of the Divine Mother and our earthly mothers. Now, look at another way. Mother means there are 4 types of mothers that in our life. One is the Gomata, cow. Just look at what the cow does. Can you please, one of you, please press *6. Appreciate it. Thank you. If you look at Gomata, what does the cow do? Cow just gives and gives and gives, isn't it? So sattvic it is. And what is the Vedamata? What does it do? Yeah. So complete sacrifice only in life, isn't it? And saying a Bhumata. Just imagine amount of sufferings that we put the Bhumata to, the Mother Earth. How much suffering we put her through. In spite of that, Bhumata continues to give and give and give and give only. So all these 3, we can immediately see divinity very easily present in all those. Now, our earthly mother, for the reasons that I mentioned to you, body attachment, that same prema becomes Vatsalyam tinged to it with selfishness. So Bhakta Vatsalaha is the one who is present in our life, showering this prema on us. As a mother takes care of the child. Okay, now the next question is it only to bhaktas? The question comes. Because the name says Bhakta Vatsalaha. See, you know that, okay, 8:35. Okay, let me see if I can share one quick anecdote and then conclude for today. So we understand why only Bhagavan is available only to bhaktas. Okay, Bhakta Vatsala means that we shower love only on bhaktas. Look at that question comes in. See, there is a difference between availability and accessibility. Okay, Bhagavan is available to everyone, to bhaktas and non-bhaktas. Bhakta means one who is constantly thinking lovingly of Bhagavan. Constantly and continuously thinking and lovingly. They're very important. And the Bhakti Yoga Swami describes what happens in the qualifications of this person, what happens to him. So many other qualifications, so many characteristics automatically manifest themselves in this person. And this person is very dear to me, Swami says in Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavan is available to everyone, just the way the air that I breathe is available to everyone. Now, is Bhagavan accessible to everyone? No. He himself says, I'm available to everyone. Whether a good person, a sadhu, or a cruel person, it doesn't matter. I'm available, equally available. But accessible only to certain types of people who do certain things. And those people are bhaktas. What do? They sacrifice. See, the Swami says very easily, if you want to get me, you must be prepared to sacrifice anything. That word anything is like a bullet. It comes. Immediately I'm afraid, oh my God, I have to sacrifice anything? That's what it is. You look at the life of any bhakta, any devotees, even today we read their stories, we feel enlightened, we feel elevated, right, isn't it? And we feel inspired. Why? Because of what they sacrificed anything to Bhagavan. And that giving up is so important to have Bhagavan accessible to you. Those people who do this and come there in the sojourn, earthly sojourn like you and me, and lead a life of not just physical tapas. No. It is much more than that. Where the mind is focused on Bhagavan and the selfishness vanishes. Right? The body will take care of itself. That is not my job. It is Bhagavan's job. Okay, that attitude. People who do that is so much full of love and embodiment of selfless love they become. Those people, Bhagavan, he is so pleased. And when you have to have Bhagavan's diksham, the vision to fall on you, how full of love it is and prema it is, that Vatsalyam, that is Bhakta Vatsalaha, one who prefers these bhaktas. You can commit that. Even among mothers, not all mother doesn't treat all the children the same way, even though the mother's love is the same, right? And like that, the bhaktas who seek Bhagavan, Bhagavan also seeks them, prefers them. Vatsalya, that is Bhakta Vatsalaha. And I think with that we will conclude for today. Lokabandhur Lokanatho Madhavo Bhakta Vatsalaha. Now that is Slokam number 78. Eko Naikas Savrakkakim Yattat Padamanuttamam Lokabandhur Lokanatho Madhavo Bhakta Vatsalaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti.